again to another lovely show of UUPN. Today, I want to be talking about what's been a gossip concept or thing going on the news about Biden raising the minimum wage up to $15 an hour nationwide. And I really want to touch on this issue because I believe that, yeah, it's a good thing in some cases. If you're talking about states like, well, I think the minimum wage of what I heard, if I remember right, in Florida is like $5 an hour or $8 an hour. To me, that's freaking crazy, man. I remember working at McDonald's and long ago, and it was like $4 an hour. Over the past 4 years, minimum wage for me in Portland, Oregon, has been like $14, $15 an hour. So now that you want to make it nationwide $15 an hour, it's more of a like, what the hell, this didn't happen already type of thing. Especially when you think about all these places that are making billions and millions of dollars off of us. Buying products, and then if the minimum wage is so low, why is the inflation so high? We're buying products that really shouldn't be sold for ridiculous prices. But I mean, you get a pair of pants, they're like, what, $80 or something? I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, like, shoes, they're going to be $150 for shoes. Are you fucking kidding me? Should be making, y'all clown pay less, but god dang it, if it fits on my foot, I'm cool. I don't give a damn if you like me or not. Okay? I'm just saying, inflation cost is bad. And if you know your Mosaic law, the way Jewish people do. Mosaic law, just so you know, is a Jewish law that was set, from, God to Moses. And it was practiced for many millennia and still is in Israel and Jerusalem. So, but over there, they don't have, it's against the law to sell things at a high price. And so if we have minimum wage at low places, low rates, low wages, salaries, whatever, okay, well, why the hell is inflation so high? Why is it so much to buy a stupid PlayStation? Or why is it so much to just like buy a TV? TVs are like outrageous prices and cars, and it makes no sense. But anyway, getting off topic, I'm gonna go crazy about it, but it doesn't make any damn sense. Okay, we got small people getting small wages, and you got things that are being sold for outrageous prices, and then you got people who got wages that are ridiculous compared to the rest of us. Like a basketball player, the top one in the NBA gets paid $43 million a year. Okay, statistically, you can't lose money if you got 36 million, because some way it always comes back to you by investments in stock or in making small, businesses, investing into an entrepreneur or some form of thing like that. So if you have $36 million, you will never truly go broke. But if you have $43 million, and you're getting this a year though, now they get paid like every 2 weeks, basketball players do, and they get about $2,000 every 2 weeks. Something like $2,600 or something like that, if I remember right. I did the research before this, so just don't feel like putting a bunch of stuff together for you guys. But plain and simple, my point is this: they get paid money, man. Okay? And we work these shitty line jobs where you're in, some factory and it's hot as hell, and you're messing with crap that you shouldn't be messing with because you don't mess with nothing like that any other time. Or you're working in a fast food place and you got all these crazy people like, I want a burger. And they're only going there because, it's some crap that's been advertised a billion times, or it's some childhood, obsession with the place like McDonald's or Burger King. They remember getting Happy Meals and shit, and they want their little Happy Meal toys, but they're grown-ups now, so now they don't want their pickles on their sandwich and mayonnaise to be taken off and stuff. And it makes no sense. because then they get arguments and frustrated, and then you get those Karens, y'all call Karens, I call them racist bitches, okay? But still, my point is this. This should have been done a long time ago, a very long time ago, okay? And I will get into that more. But this speech I watched 3 times with Biden, and this is the part that I actually like in his speech. You know, there's other things in the speech not so much. You know, but whatever president that becomes person, I should say, that becomes president, there's always something or something that people hate about the president. I mean, just look and go like just a year ago, everybody said Trump, I hate Trump, da, da, da. Now you got people, I hate Biden, I don't like Biden. And before that, it was Obama. Before that, it was Bush, and so on and so forth. There's always someone who hates the president. And it makes no sense because if we're voting them in there, why are we hating them? It's all over the place. So, anyway, the best part of the speech is what I'm about to show you today. And I will get into my feelings on what he's talking about and how I feel we could change the country for the better based on stuff he said and my own personal belief. So, without no further ado and hesitation from me and my psychobabble, President Joe Biden.
It's frightening. I want to speak directly to you because you think about it. That's what people are most worried about. Can I fit in? Independent experts estimate the American Jobs Plan will add millions of jobs and trillions of dollars to economic growth in the years to come. It is a 8-year program. These are good paying jobs that can't be outsourced. Nearly 90% of the infrastructure jobs created in the American Jobs Plan do not require a college degree. 75% don't require an associate's degree. The American Jobs Plan is a blue-collar blueprint to build America. That's what it is. I'm going to recognize something I've always said in this chamber and the other. Good guys and women on Wall Street, but Wall Street didn't build this country. The middle class built the country, and unions built the middle class. So that's why I'm calling on Congress to pass Protect the Right to Organize Act, the PRO Act, and send it to my desk so we can support the right to unionize. And by the way, while you're thinking about sending things to my desk, let's raise the minimum wage to $15. No one working 40 hours a week, should live below the poverty line. We need to ensure greater equity and opportunity for women. And while we're doing this, let's get the Paycheck Fairness Act to my desk as well. Equal pay. It's been much too long. And if you wonder whether it's too long, look behind you.
So, back again. All right, so touch on a couple of things that Biden said in his speech. First, buy American. It makes so much sense to buy American. Seeing how everything is American, pretty much. But we're talking about buying American the way he's explaining is, I don't know how to explain it. To me, it doesn't really mean nothing. It doesn't hold weight. Because America needs to make its own products that stay in America. It doesn't go overseas and try to make profit off of people. I mean, why do we want to take our jobs, our businesses, and our Coca-Colas and menthol cigarettes and things and Cheetos and stuff and put them in other people's countries so we can get their Chuck E. Cheese tokens? We don't need their Chuck E. Cheese tokens. We have real money, okay? We have real money, okay? And we don't need to put it in other countries where we get their monopoly money. We don't need monopoly money. We need American money. Okay. Other countries have products that they make, things they make, and it never gets sold here in America. You cannot find it in America. You have to go to those countries to find that product or whatever it is. And that's how America should do. They should build things where we only buy it. The money goes back, and it's just the recycling thing of money. Money comes in, money goes out, but it stays within the country. It doesn't go out overseas and whatnot. And that's how you build a market money thing up again. Just my point of view, my belief system on how they should do things. You know, uh, so that's my main thing in that speech. That kind of like, wait a minute, is buying Americans just, this is say just to buy America doesn't make too much sense because most things is American. But if we have places that's making a product that just stays in America and doesn't go overseas and continues to make other products that stay in America and doesn't go overseas, but people have a need for it, or want for it, or desire for it, then it most definitely will profit and make money for the United States of America, or for whatever company or corporation is trying to suck us dry out of our wallets. Um, Next thing I wanted to say is this, okay? The minimum wage. I know I already made sense about it, but I'm gonna give you a little history lesson. One of the first jobs. Now this is back in 18. I think it was 1816 or somewhere in there, somewhere before the invention of the cotton gin or whatnot. Anyway, so they had textile mills. For those of you guys that don't know, textile mill is a place where they take all kinds of wool, uh, pretty much any form of animal hair there is, even flax seeds have, fur that's used in the making clothing, as well as silkworms that will get silk. And these things sound stupid, but believe it or not, if you're wearing silk, you might have got it from a silkworm. If you're wearing some wool, it came off of a sheep or a llama or some nonsense, cotton. We know where that comes from, some ridiculous little plant they make slaves pick, and it's not cool. Okay? So, anyway, now you know what stuff comes from and what it goes to, which is the textile mill. Once those products are got to the textile mill, they become fabric, and we make clothes. So, but when the first small one was created in the East Coast, the only employees they had were women. And in some cases, women from age 11, 12, and stuff like that. So, back then, a person that was like 11 or 12 was considered a grown up. They go on boats and stuff and go cause war and chaos, and they hang little kids in the Pirate of the Caribbean movie because that little kid was a pirate. Okay? And so, I don't know why I just thought of that. But yes, there was another movie, I think it had, was it Kurt Russell or Kevin Costner, and they were on a boat, and I think he was some kind of boat captain, and there was a little kid who, once again, was considered a grown-up in this time period. I think it was the 1600s, if I'm not mistaken. And the little boy had to go into the well to get this thing that that makes oil. Because back then we didn't have oil coming out of the ground; we had oil coming out of wells. It's this movie. I can't remember the name of it. Maybe some of you do know the name of it. Leave a comment because I can't remember, and it's been a very long time since I've seen it. But anyway, so these girls and women were getting paid. Guess what? $2 an hour. And this is the first textile mill. You know how much clothing is sold in the United States of America as well overseas? Way too much. Far too much. And yet, these people back then, they were getting $2 an hour. Now think about it. If you have states where people are still getting paid under $10 an hour, then that's ridiculous because we're talking about something that happened over 200 years ago. The first textile mill company was made. So if something back then was under $10, it makes sense. But now in this economy, in this crisis, in this financial pony war. You know what I'm saying? We deserve to have large quantities of money. You know, people should not get paid $2 an hour back then. Well, back then, yeah, but now people should be getting paid way more than anything that's close to under $20 an hour. I mean, come on. People working McDonald's, I know this sounds ridiculous. Like I said about the basketball players and the actors, like they get paid billions of dollars. And lately there's been some shitty movies, okay? And I know you guys agree with me. I see the stuff on YouTube. I watched one the other day with the lovely woman that kept complaining about Terminator, and I agree with her. They totally ruined Terminator. And then and then there's the stuff about Batwoman, which is completely doesn't even feel like you're watching a Gotham anything. So I mean, you're wasting thousands and millions of dollars on these films, and they're crap, they're garbage, and yet the actor walked away with $100 million, or you know what I'm saying? Like the dude turned down. Okay, now everybody knows about the whole thing with Iron Man. The guy that plays in Empire was the original War Machine. And when I was a kid, I had a lot of War Machine comic books. I didn't read a lot of Iron Man. I had a shitload of comic books, period. But I liked War Machine. And back then, you try to tell people, because they didn't believe there was a lot of black superheroes. That's hence half the reason why Black Panther became big. Like, oh, we got a new black superhero. It's not new. He's been there. You guys just don't read. So I was reading War Machine back then. This was when War Machine had ended up absorbing. He went to an alien planet. The suit became like alien and was absorbing his body. He could pull it out at any time. But then later on, I don't know what happened because the series ended. Like 4 comic books after that. But anyway, my point is this: the guy who was supposed to play War Machine, and Robbie Downey Jr. got some kind of big salary. He didn't want to take the salary they were going to give him, which was only $8 million. But then that Don Chino dude comes in, he takes it quick. I mean, who the hell wouldn't? It's $8 million. Like beggars can't be choosers. Take $8 million, you can sit there. What? You're going to go to McDonald's, or you're going to go to a fancy restaurant, or are you going to drive your hoopty, or are you going to get a Lamborghini? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Just take the $8 million and run with it. But the rest of us is working crappy jobs, getting micromanaged by guys that you can kick their ass. As soon as you get out of the job, you can say, meet me in the parking lot, kick your ass, and stuff like that. So, anyway, I'm going way off topic, and my point is this, okay? The money that these people are getting made, okay? They're getting made big time paid money, okay? And the rest of us is working for crap, okay? We deserve to get paid more than $10 or $15 an hour. People of America deserve to get paid if they're working in the retail, if they're working in grocery stores, if they're working in lines where they're working in a chemical place or metal factory or anodizing, welding, whatever it is, okay? Work jobs where you are working like a Hebrew trying to build a Sphinx, okay? Then you deserve to get paid $50 to $100 an hour. These companies are making billions upon billions of dollars, while American people sit here suffer, and then whoever's sitting at the top, who's considered to be the guy who ran and created the whole business, is a big guy that does a business, but he never gets to see you on the ground floor. He didn't get to see you do your job. So he doesn't know what the real suffering is of the company. He doesn't know the harassment some chick felt when some dude grabbed her booty. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't, what the hell? Give people more money. The hell with $15 an hour. People deserve to get paid $50 to $100 an hour. Okay? And actors deserve to get knocked down a peg. Okay? Make their money somewhere in the $1,000 range, not the millions of dollars range. And you make a crappy movie that got the rest of us sitting there going, why'd you just ruin my childhood? Why you just keep making these remakes that don't make no damn sense? Okay? You want to kill off people that everybody love, or forget about them, Or you make movies and then say, oh, guys don't like it because of chicks or whatever. It's so stupid. Most of the movies I watch have chicks in there kicking butt, and I just dig that type of stuff. I would have never liked watching Buffy or Xena. Oh, and VIP, Pamela Anderson, highly underrated, lovely show. But my point is that we need to step up. The American people need to realize the true issues in America, not this fighting with the Democrats or the Republicans and picking which side is supposed to be the lesser of two evil, when both sides are evil, obviously, because they got all the wealth. They're able to brainwash you all and make you think that, we need them. When all reality is they're the wealthy people and we're poor, and we're sitting here trying to decide which wealthy side is better. That's the true nature of it. It's nothing to do with who can run the country better. It's who's the wealthy people we like that will help us out. Okay, that's why I say on other shows, my mental monologue and other things, that we need a new party that's truly for the people. And if you watch this speech, find this speech with Biden, you will see that he thinks the American people is the government. That we the people means the United States government, not you, not me, not the guy next door that keeps knocking on your door asking for a couple bucks, or the chick that keeps coming up asking for a cigarette. Okay, no, the United States government, a bunch of overly paid snobs, stuck up people who try to manipulate our minds into believing that we're being served in the best way possible. This year, last year, and any other time where there was need for this country to truly come together, they have left us sitting there barren, waiting for handouts. And so I say, if they're going to make a change, that celebrities, let's just put sports players maybe, should, like I said, if you got 36 million, you can't go broke. Should be able to take at least $2 million, get a group of entrepreneurs to come by in every city and invest at least find three entrepreneurs and invest at least whatever amount of money they need in their company to have it underneath their wing. If each basketball player did this, then they would have companies that they own privately outside of the NBA, and be able, in case they go broke, have money to fall back on, a business that could work with them, and they'd be able to get to know personally the entrepreneurs they're working with. As well as the same thing with actors, if they invest in trying to make, if they believe in trying to make places where people can be supported, like, find actors, get all their fans together, find out the fans that are suffering the most, the fans that are truly in need, and help them, help guide their plans. If they want to go to college, help that person go to college. If that person wants to create a little business, give them $1 million, help them make their business work. If not a million, hell, give them $500,000, 500 grand isn't bad. Okay, so I'm just saying, you can make things like a Boys and Girls Club, you can make YMCA's and all this type of stuff to help people. But a true person of power, or a true person of royalty status, like stars are, then they should be able to go out and meet the people and become one with the people. Jesus wouldn't meet people where they were at. You know, most people say, Christians will say, I'll meet you where you're at. And they come in there and they tell you you're going to hell and all this crap. But that's wrong, because you're not supposed to pass judgment, but have mercy. So what I'm saying is this: when you meet someone where they're at, that means if that dude's homeless on the street, then you go down there where he's at, on the street. What's going on with you, man? Instead of saying, hey, God's gonna punch you, let them tell you what's going on. Help them out. Here's a sandwich, man. That's all you need? Okay, cool. Or you go to a strip joint, you're talking to the girl, oh, my dad beat me or whatever the hell. Okay, that's cool. You want to be friends, let's go get something to eat. you know, meet them where they're at. Try to understand them on their level before trying to judge them and force a whole bunch of stuff down their throat that you barely understand yourself. I went way off topic, but hopefully you grew some kind of knowledge out of this and be able to take this and polish it up and deliver it to people and get the message out there that we deserve products that are made here in America that don't leave America, that we deserve pay going up to $50 an hour and more. Okay? And on top of that, that celebrities and sports entertainers should be able to come together and make groups to help entrepreneurs, okay, and their fans that are truly needy. Instead of this lottery ticket thing, boy got cancer and he's Batman doing that. Okay? He's not Batman. He don't even look like Bruce Wayne. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm Shelly Kyles, and I'll see you later. Peace be with you.